come from God. BS Now, Katie Turr says, Mike Johnson said something about our rights coming from God. Did you hear that? Have you read the Declaration of Independence? BS Now's Katie Turr? It makes good reading. Hey, maybe someday they'll make a movie out of it.
The Larry Elder Show.
Join me weekday evenings at 6 on WMOH 1450 The Ticket.
It's summer savings at AE Door and Window. All through June, get 10% off Summer Space retractable awnings and up to 10% off Provia patio sliders and windows. Save up to 15% off Provia entry doors and Clopay garage doors. Combine and save for another 5% off your total order. Plus, save up to $100 off LitMaster openers. All with 0 down, 0 interest for 2 years. Learn more at AEDoorsales.com.
We sell the best and service the rest. AE.
Back to pass pressure in the backfield. He's brought down again. Another sack.
Local business owners, get in on the football excitement and let your message be heard. Join the growing number of businesses supporting high school sports on 1450 The Ticket at very affordable rates. Simply contact the WMOH 1450 The Ticket sales office at 513-863-1111. You are listening, and so are many of your future customers. Let area football fans know that you support high school sports on 1450 The Ticket, and they'll support you.
This is Dana Lash. Join me today at noon on WMOH 1450 The Ticket.
I don't think anybody ever expects to hear that their child has cancer. It's always one of those things that happens to somebody else. But it definitely feels like your soul is sucked out of your body when they tell you that it's your baby. I knew that St. Jude was a children's hospital. I knew that no one ever received a bill from St. Jude, but I in no way understood how amazingly and completely they take care of their patients and their families. When we first got here, Hunter was in an incredible amount of pain, and St. Jude gave him the most superb care. Childhood cancer is devastating, but childhood cancer is beatable with St. Jude. To any of the donors, I would say bless you and thank you, because without the donors, St. Jude wouldn't be here.
Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
For sale, motorcycle, a beauty. You see it, you'll want it. It's for sale because of what I didn't see. The cops. So I got busted for riding drunk. Now I've got some heavy fines and legal bills to pay. So call me. You'll get a great deal, because clearly, I'm an idiot.
Cops are cracking down on drinking and riding all across the country, and they'll see you before you see them. Ride sober or get pulled over.
This is your ticket to high school football.
Williams, there he goes. He's at the 15, the 20, 35, 40. Near midfield. Can he beat the last guy? Oh, he's carrying him. He's carrying him all the way to the 25-yard line.
Basketball.
Here's a long three by Haley Weber, and that one rattles home. Haley Weber with her fourth three ball.
And baseball.
Bird looking to finish things out. He winds and delivers. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out the side. Gavin Bird gets the save.
WMOH 1450 The Ticket.
From the WMOH Weather Center, can't rule out a sprinkler or two this afternoon. Otherwise, mostly cloudy with a high near 76. Cloudy early tonight, then gradually becoming clear with a low near 53. Sunny skies on Tuesday with a high near 76. Tuesday night clear with a low 52. Sunny on Wednesday with a high 79. Clear Wednesday night with a low 55. And sunny on Thursday with a high 82.
WMOH 1450 The Ticket.
You're listening to The Chad Benson Show.
The ghost of Epstein has risen again. Did it on Friday. Pam Bondi, she sat down and kind of got grilled by a bunch of Democrats. Only one Republican showed up for this.
This was her sort of mess to begin with. People like Bondi and now the FBI director, they were people who, before Trump was even elected, said this is why we need Trump in the White House, to release all these files. And then when she said that Epstein's client list was sitting on her desk, everybody got excited. And then it turned out that there was no client list, and documents that were put out at first under her watch were duplicative.
It's very interesting that the people that Trump has gone after when it comes to primarying, a vast majority of them were all people who wanted the Epstein files released and or voted to get those released. And she blames Todd Blanche. She says it's all Blanche's fault. All of it is. It's all on him.
All of the mistakes that we saw, the redactions, not protecting survivors, she continues to push that back onto the acting AG, Todd Blanche, who, by the way, was Donald Trump's former personal lawyer.
Yes, he was. And the whole thing is not going anywhere. I told you guys this. It is not going anywhere. The Epstein stuff it's out there. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. They're going to push and continue to push. They're going to prod and continue to prod. I still think there's something there that is going to come out. Now, how big is it? It's going to be earth-shattering. That I don't know. But I still think it's out there.
And finally, I know the DOJ wants to say they're done with this document production. The problem is they've taken down documents before we were able to go over to the DOJ and look at the unredacted versions. They took down some of the most significant documents, two of them involving Virginia Giuffre's case and other things. The picture of Epstein in a room where it's got CIA written on the boxes, that's been taken down.
323-538-2423 at Chad Benson Show. That is your X, your Insta, your YouTube. We'll have another video up later on tonight. If you have a chance, check us out right here. Helps us out on the Chad Benson Show.
We want to be able to look at all these files. They can't keep those documents down after they've already produced them.
So what happens from here? Get Blanche in there, get them all under oath, see what comes of it. That's an absolute must. Will that happen anytime soon? That I don't know. Meanwhile, we didn't talk about it on Friday much, but the Ebola virus is very Ebola-y. There's over 1,000+ people that have it. Spread is becoming a bit quicker. Should you freak out about it? No.
The top official of the WHO traveled to the Democratic Republic of Congo this weekend, which is the epicenter. He says he and his team are there to listen to what's needed and support the community as they fight this deadly disease. The WHO suspects it's already claimed at least 240 lives, with over 1,000 people possibly infected. Cases doubling in only a matter of days.
Yes, but before everybody freaks out, take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. And there is no mask that you have to worry about wearing, because you're not going to meet anybody with the Ebola virus.
Of course, we're working on vaccines and treatments, but that doesn't mean that people cannot recover from Ebola. So that's, I think, a strong message. And having a facility like this is to help people recover.
Yes, it's not a death sentence if you were to catch it, but you're not going to catch it. We're just telling you that. Speaking of the Ebola virus, the World Cup's coming. We're counting down the days. Coming up, we're going to break down another two groups, talk a little bit about the U.S. game yesterday. If you're missing the show, grab the podcast. Chad Benson Show.
The Chad Benson Show.
This report is sponsored by IBM. As the pace of AI accelerates, CEOs are rethinking how their leadership teams operate, how decisions are made, and how organizations are structured. IBM's annual CEO study shows that adopting new tools is no longer enough. Leaders are actively redesigning decision-making structures, clarifying accountability, and reshaping the C-suite to drive greater business impact. The study found that 76% of organizations now have a chief AI officer, up from 26% a year ago, and nearly 2/3 of CEOs say they are comfortable using AI to help inform major strategic decisions. The study also showed that organizations with an AI-first leadership approach are scaling more AI initiatives than their peers. The message is clear. Success with AI depends not just on technology, but on leadership, governance, and organizations built to adapt. To learn more, visit ibm.com/IBV.
1450 WMOH News. I'm Steve Vaughn. The Butler County Sheriff's Office says a man suffered non-life-threatening injuries in a shooting in Liberty Township this morning. The 27-year-old victim was shot in the leg by a suspect who fled the scene in a vehicle just after 5:30 a.m. at the Lakota Point Townhomes. The victim taken to UC Westchester. North 2nd Street in Hamilton is now named for former Hamilton Mayor Don Ryan. Ceremonies were held at Markham Park over the weekend. Ryan credits City Council going with the idea of the Vision 2020 Commission.
I had a vision, and I wanted to bring that Vision Commission. And I think gradually everybody saw what we were doing, and council got on board, and the Vision Commission took off, and you saw what the Vision Commission did. I mean, it was a barnstormer for making things happen in this city.
City leaders also said Ryan showed leadership by opening up a restaurant downtown. I'm Steve Vaughn.
This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
High school tournament baseball, installed by AE Door and Window.
Hits one to deep right field. They're not going to get it. It's a home run.
Tuesday, Baden takes on Tippecanoe. Coverage begins Tuesday at 4:35 on 1450 The Ticket.
Take a step back in time at Venice Pavilion Antiques in the center of Ross. Browse their new gallery with artwork from the past and area artists such as Robert Fabe and Frank McElwain. Step into the Stardust Room for all types of treasures and listen to music from antique player pianos. You will find lots of baseball memorabilia and spring decor galore. Leave the hustle and bustle behind. For a relaxing shopping experience, visit Venice Pavilion Antiques. Open every day from 10 till 6. Located where State Route 128 meets State Route 126 in the heart of Ross. Looking for a friendly, fun tavern? Nick and Norm's Tavern on the west side of Hamilton has a friendly and entertaining staff, great food, and a large drink selection. At Nick and Norm's Tavern, you can play pool and darts inside, or you can sit in their outdoor area to enjoy your food and drinks. Singo and bike nights with Queen of Hearts drawing are on Wednesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, a DJ and karaoke on Fridays, and live bands on Saturdays. Stop in to Nick and Norm's Tavern on Millville Avenue at Wasserman Road on the west side of Hamilton. Nick and Norm's Tavern, a proud supporter of local youth athletics.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
The New York Football Giants would be insane to sign free agent wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. Now, I loved Beckham during his first run with the Giants, but we haven't seen him play since 2024, and he would create a distraction that this team absolutely does not need right now. No one wants to hear from a fourth wide receiver if a team loses a game, and that's what will happen if the Giants sign Beckham. I'm Nick Costos.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
It took me a long time to admit I was dealing with more than just stress. Going to VA and confronting my PTSD is the hardest thing I have ever done. And telling other veterans to go is the most important thing I'll do. Get what you earned. Visit choose.va.gov.
Not all veterans are eligible for the type or amount of benefits mentioned here.
From the WMOH Weather Center, this afternoon will bring us mostly cloudy skies. Can't rule out a sprinkle or two with a high near 76. Cloudy early tonight, then gradually becoming clear with a low near 53. Sunny on Tuesday with a high 76. Tuesday night clear with a low 52. Sunny on Wednesday with a high 79. Clear Wednesday night with a low 55. And sunny on Thursday with your high 82.
This is Hugh Hewitt. Join me today at 3 on WMOH 1450, The Ticket.
The Chad Benson Show.
The World Cup, the world's greatest sporting event, is coming. 10 days away. So 10 days from now, it arrives. For real, for earnest. Most of the teams have made their way here. They're in little places across the country. You're like, oh my God, is that Argentina practicing in Kansas City? What are you people doing here? This is so awesome. My wife is thrilled, by the way. That's why she's left. She's getting ready to take off because she knows for the next 30-some-ish days, I'll be watching the World Cup. It's the world's biggest sporting event, and it's coming to America. It's time to talk World Cup.
Oh, how about that? Laura Pereira hit by Hamas. Oh, what a goal! One of the greats.
Sherrill right across to Marco Targini. We haven't been able to control the play in midfield the way that Maradona has been able to do. He's hurting England again here. It's a brilliant run in front of the World Cup. Great goal.
Solo Montiel can win the World Cup for Argentina with this kick.
Yes!
The World Cup, 10 days away. We are wrapping up our camp, if you will. It's where all the players are finally together. So over the weekend, Arsenal and Paris Saint-Germain played in the European Champions League final. Arsenal lost 2-1. Penalties. Now, everybody is done. All the European teams are done. The U.S. MLS is on break. Everybody is just gearing up for this now. Yesterday, we played our first of 2 games, both against World Cup teams. Senegal, which I think is ranked just above us. Now, they're the African champions, except for the part where they ended up losing. Not on the field, but in a courtroom, which was crazy. So they had to give back their trophy, but they're still probably the best team in Africa. Yesterday, we got great news in the way that we came about and played the game. I was telling my buddy Kenny, if the World Cup is like this, and I think it's going to be, wide open and fun, that's great. Our defense, we gave up too many chances, but it's trying to find out exactly what your team looks like at this moment in time, because you're not going to be playing, if you will, that 11 probably the way that you want to play it to get going, because there isn't, you go out there and you think, okay, we only have so much time together. Some of our players are just arriving. They get, you want to at least get 30 to 40 minutes of them together. So for us, Senegal yesterday, first half, very, very nice.
Now Pepe, lovely ball through from Pepe towards Christian Pulisic. Pulisic across goal, and it's knocked in from Dest. 1-0 for the United States. Serginho Dest with a goal. Pepe rolls it in. It's Christian Pulisic round the keeper. It's Pulisic with a goal. What a start for Christian Pulisic. A goal and an assist in the first 20 minutes. And the United States lead by 2-0. And didn't he need that?
Pulisic did need that big time. He hasn't scored for his team, AC Milan. People were starting to get worried that, oh, my God, here's our superstar, and he looks out of sorts. Played great. He played the first half. Looked good. We're up 2-0. Senegal came back, tied the game. Then Florent Balogun, who's our superstar up top, arguably our best player, either him or Pulisic, scored the winner. Later on in the game, we won 3-2. Now we take on Germany later on this week. Germany thumped Finland in their goodbye game before they left yesterday, 4-0. So all in all, we looked good, much better. And we've talked about it as we break down these groups. Who could we potentially play? What could it look like? Winning the group is going to give you a great opportunity. The problem is you've got so many groups that are so stacked, even coming in third or first, you may not get the worst team coming in first, and you may not get the best team coming in third in the next game. And the reason is it only takes one slip up. Only takes one moment, one bad game for you to move up and down in the rankings. Now, let's take a look at this. We've been breaking down all of these teams. So we just got through Group F. Now we're on to Group G and Group H. So Group G, let's take a look at what we got going on in Group G. Belgium, Egypt, Iran, New Zealand. Belgium's the class of the group, no doubt about that. The last chance for the golden generation to do something. So how far can they go? Again, I think they've missed their opportunity of the golden generation. So Egypt, pretty decent, strong. Iran, obviously with what's going on, I don't know where their heads are at. I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know how they're going to be received here. And New Zealand. New Zealand is interesting. So if you guys know nothing about New Zealand, they haven't played in the World Cup in a while. They're not really expected to do a ton. But this group is wide open, so I wouldn't be surprised if they get through. I think the big game in this group to watch is New Zealand versus Iran. That may determine who comes last in the group. Interesting fun fact about New Zealand. So New Zealand's got a player named Tim John Payne. Okay, so Tim Payne is 32, plays in the A-League, which is Australia, and he's now gone viral. So an Argentinian influencer wanted to take one player and make them go viral. So you're thinking, okay, that seems a bit weird. He took him, and overnight he went from, are you ready for this? He had about 4,000 followers on his Instagram. 4,000 followers. He's got 1.3 million followers, and overnight it ballooned to 1 million. Just like that. That's about the most interesting thing for their team. Over to Group H. Spain, Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia, Uruguay. Now, Uruguay is going to be interesting. Saudi Arabia and Cape Verde going to be interesting as well between them. But the class of this group and potentially the class of the entire World Cup is Spain. Now, the Spanish team, if you know nothing about football, soccer, anything, the Spanish team is led by their superstar, Lamine Yamal. He is a whopping 18 years old. He will turn 19 at the end of the World Cup. He is not just good. He's the best player in the world. He is amazing. He still has braces. And he's been the best player in the world for probably the last year and a half. He is otherworldly. His skill, everything about him. And he's still a kid. In fact, when they won the European Championship, Spain did, while they were out, after each game, having fun, partying, doing their things, he had to go back to the hotel room and study because he still had classes. And he is ahead of where Messi is. And people would say, oh, you can't heap this kind of pressure. No, it's too late. You're going to heap pressure on a kid like this. It's too late. He's already accepted that pressure. He's taken it on. And yes, he is that good. He has played for Barcelona since he was 6 years old. He was invited to La Masia, where he lived and trained since he was 6. And he is exactly that good of a player. Otherworldly. And he is the player to watch. When you see Spanish tickets against, whoever they're going to play, doesn't matter. Go from a regular game, which is still ridiculously expensive. We talked about it from, $300 to $2,500. It's because people want to get a glimpse of him. That's how good he is. And they are the favorites, along with France, to win the entire thing. So let me give you a breakdown of what I think is going to happen in these two groups. Belgium wins the group. I think Egypt second, New Zealand and Iran battle it out. And Iran takes the third place position, is able to sneak through to the next round. Group H, Spain wins it. Cape Verde and Uruguay battle it out for second. And I think Cape Verde gets by and takes second place, with Uruguay coming in third, Saudi Arabia coming in last. Now, interesting thing. This World Cup is coming with a few other things, like not only more teams, but some new, fresh rules. First and foremost, VAR. So under new guidelines, that's video-assisted referee, VAR has the power to intervene if a foul is spotted before a corner kick or free kick. Why is this important? If you watch any professional game now, it's just guys grabbing guys. It's ridiculous. Before, the ball had to be in the air before a foul could be called. Now, VAR may be able to go, hey, that's a foul, and you could make it a penalty kick. Which I have to be honest, I can totally get behind, because what happens inside that box, if it happens anywhere else on the field, it's a foul. And I don't want to see that. Some of the other things is, and this is interesting, you can't cover mouths. So you'll see players who will cover their mouth, and when they're saying something, and we're not talking about if they've got a free kick kind of thing. There's been some issues, especially last year, with racial abuse towards Vinicius Jr. by Gianluca Prestini, and what he said, and he covered up his mouth so you couldn't see it, but everybody heard it. You can't do that now. A few of the other things, time-wasting punishments. You're going to have only so long to have a throw-in, things of that nature. You have 10 seconds to get off the field. So that's a big deal as well. You don't have to get to shake everybody's hands. So all kinds of stuff that is going to be coming. So we'll see how that looks. And there's also going to be hydration breaks, 3 minutes each half at the referee's discretion, among other things. So, and players who receive on-field medical treatment must come off the field for 1 minute. So we'll see. We'll see how they're trying to do everything they can to try to make this game as fluid as possible and allow the stars to shine and get rid of the time wasters, which I hope happens. No doubt about that. Got some breaking news. Touched on a little bit earlier. We're going to get into a little bit more. Iran has broken off talks with the U.S. over the ceasefire and everything moving forward. And the reason is Lebanon. What's going on right now with Israel? We touched on it earlier today. Israel is pushing further and further into Lebanon. They're into the suburbs of Beirut, and Israel is doing what they're doing. They've taken over 70% of Gaza. Bibi Netanyahu is pushing them harder, wants them to get into Lebanon. Lebanon's president came out today and was apoplectic, as anybody would be, about what's going on. You've went from, going out and fighting Hezbollah to, it seems to be, doing whatever it is that you're doing. And I think a lot of that also has to do with the fact that they do not want the U.S. to come to a deal that they feel is not going to benefit them. And so I think they're going to continue to push until they get whatever it is that they are hoping they get, I guess. I have no idea when it comes to the Iranian agreement. Let me know what you think. 323-538-2423 at Chad Benson Show. Chirac Shurinsa. Wmoh Steaks, delicious, amazing, incredible. I want you to get yours now. You go to WmohSteaks.com. Father's Day sale going on right now. Incredible. Well over 50% off on so many things. If you want burgers, they got the Burger Perfection Pack for Dad. If you want to get Dad nothing but surf and turf, you can do that. If you want to get Dad just seafood, how about this, though? The best when it comes to steaks. That's right. Fillets wrapped in bacon. Incredible. among other things. Pork chops, chicken breast, the best around. Don't give Dad something that he's not going to appreciate. Give Dad the best in meat from Omaha Steaks, as well as memories, because he'll be able to make memories by barbecuing with you. Go to omahasteaks.com, save $35 off when you use my code, Benson. That's omahasteaks.com, code Benson. Remember, 100% unconditional money back guarantee. omahasteaks.com, code Benson. Terms apply. See site for details. Chad Benson Show.
Liberty Nation with Mark Angelides.
The DNC's 2024 autopsy fails to find a cause of death, and AOC, among others, blazing the trail for the 2028 presidential nomination. Can her brand of democratic socialism move the needle in the back 40? Find out on this week's edition of Liberty Nation Radio.
Author, columnist, managing editor of LibertyNation.com, podcast host and conservative policy advocate.
We dismiss history at our peril.
Liberty Nation with Mark Angelides.
For 250 years, brave Americans have answered the call to defend our freedoms. Wounded Warrior Project honors this legacy of service and sacrifice with life-changing support for post-9/11 veterans, service members, and their families. We help warriors access VA benefits, improve their mental and physical health, and provide them with career assistance so they can thrive for a lifetime. Join us in honoring warriors at woundedwarriorproject.org/America.
Listen as students and young adults interview well-respected CEOs on our national radio show, realworldleaders.org, to learn secrets for success and how to use them to propel their careers.
I'm the leader of a cosmetology group for my after-school program, and I teach young girls different skills on how to do hair and how to help other people. And it's not just about hair, it's just about confidence.
Fastima's ability to help develop other people, isn't that the critical thing? Is every business...
If she can listen and she can take cosmetology and break it down into a listening skill, then she's on a great path.
Fastima, how does this make you feel?
I feel good. I can actually do stuff that's going to better me.
Jeffrey, would you hire somebody like Fastima?
Absolutely. I can tell that she's a good communicator, and the fact that she told the story about listening when it was supposed to be about cosmetology, she's into it because she cares about people.
To hear more and to help us introduce your high school, GED, work-ready, and college students to our CEOs, visit our website at realworldleaders.org. That's realworldleaders.org.
Hey, this is Chad Benson. We'll be right back on WMOH 1450 The Ticket.
Hold everything.
This is your ticket to high school football.
He's going to flip it deep, and it is intercepted back at the 8-yard line by Fairfield. Indians have the ball. Josiah Leonard.
Basketball.
Oh, there's a steal by Bryce Curry in the backcourt. Oh, Thunderdunker. He throws it down. Bryce Curry flushes up.
And baseball.
Swung on it. That's drilled into right field, going back on it and watching it leave the ballpark. Taylor, home run.
WMOH 1450 The Ticket.
At Bigby, we know it's more than a bagel, it's love at first bite. Cue the fireworks. Bigby makes it better. Whew. At Bigby, we know it's more than a matcha latte. It's your midday MVP. You got this. Bigby makes it better.
Your local Big B Coffee, 2874 Joseph Drive, right off of Princeton Road near Bridgewater Falls in Fairfield Township.
Get classroom ready in under 2 years at Cincinnati State. Early childhood education is a high-demand field, and this major helps you step into it quickly. In just 4 semesters in tandem with coursework, you'll complete over 300 hours of hands-on experience through practicum and student teaching in real classrooms. These placements build confidence, connect you with local employers, and often lead directly to job offers. Enroll today. Visit cincinnatistate.edu.
I'm the threat that's already inside the house. I can't be scared away or negotiated with. You can't call the cops on me. You can't even see me. I'm the threat of family fire, and as long as your guns aren't stored securely, I'll be there. Protect your family. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
It's the Dana Show.
You need to pay closer attention. Well, that's the politician's job to give people. It's the politician's job to sell you on whether or not you should vote for them. But as the citizen, it's your job to know when the hell to go vote. That's just the basic responsibility of a voter. I'm a politician, so I don't have to worry about getting your vote, so I can say this. They're not going to tell you this because they're afraid of hurting your feelings. People need to wake the hell up.
The Dana Show.
Join me weekdays at noon on WMOH 1450, The Ticket.
From the WMOH Weather Center, can't rule out a sprinkler or two this afternoon. Otherwise, mostly cloudy with a high near 76. Cloudy early tonight, then gradually becoming clear with a low near 53. Sunny skies on Tuesday with a high near 76. Tuesday night clear with a low 52. Sunny on Wednesday with a high 79. Clear Wednesday night with a low 55. And sunny on Thursday with a high 82.
WMOH 1450, The Ticket.
Welcome to Chad. No, not the country. The institution. The Chad Benson Show.
That time of the show, we talk about words, because words matter, kids. Words matter. And each and every day we do this because it's good to know what the youth of America and the world is saying. So when you hear something, not only can you embarrass your kids and your grandkids, like I always do with I don't have grandkids, but I have kids, and I embarrass them with my words that I know. It's just good to know because they could be talking about you, and you might not know what it is because you know what time it is.
Now it's time for the urban word of the day. The young have a vocabulary all their own, and we break it down for you. It's called the urban word of the day.
All right, today's urban word. Honkin'. Honkin. Like a horn? Not so much. So think of it this way. You go fishing, right? And you catch this massive fish. And people run over to see you. Check out the honkin' big fish I caught. You're like, what? Yeah, honkin'. Big, massive. Much bigger than you expect. Surpassing normal expectations. I've heard this used on numerous occasions, even when I was younger. Place I used to go eat all the time. Cross street made the biggest burritos you've ever seen. The Big Sal. It was the honkin'est big burrito you've ever seen. And I don't know why we used that word, but it was hilarious. Today's urban word is honkin'.
That was the urban word of the day. Now you know.
And it's a honkin' good time. I'll tell you guys that right now. It's a honkin' good time. Reach out to us across all of our social media. I love when you guys do that. 323-538-2423. That is the text line. We've got some of your text messages coming up next hour as well. Remember, you can leave a voicemail there as well. Just don't make it so honkin' big. And, of course, check out all of our social media at Chad Benson Show. It's your X, your Insta, and everything else. And we'll be live tonight on the old YouTube right here on the Chad Benson Show. Coming up, hour number 3 of the program. Again, U.S. and Iran. The talks have broken down. Iran has suspended the talks with the U.S. right now based on Lebanon and what is going on there. We're going to discuss that. Also, buddy Jim Kennedy, Kennedy Institute of Public Policy Research, is going to join the program. We're going to talk about what's going on midterm Mondays, but also tomorrow, the big race for mayor in Los Angeles. Why does it have some national implications? We'll talk a bit about that. Top of all of that, Hollywood's changing. What's going on with Hollywood? We'll talk about that as well, among other things, all straight ahead. Chad Benson Show.
$14.50 The Ticket.
All-Pro Anthony Munoz here for Rose Automotive, your all-pro automotive superstore. Rose delivers all-pro value and all-pro service for all makes, all models, all the time. My family and I have made Rose Automotive our one-stop shop for everything automotive. And I mean everything, sales, service, parts, and accessories. You want it, they'll deliver it. Call today at 863-7878. That's right, 863, my number, 7878. Just take exit 24 off I-75 and head to Hamilton. That's Rose Automotive, your new alternative.
Have you recently opened a brand new business and want to get the word out that you're open? Have an existing business and looking to increase profitability? Or are you looking to staff your new or existing business with employees? This is where WMOH Radio can be of help to you. Advertise your business to reach WMOH Radio's local and loyal listeners with your message that your business is open and ready to serve or looking for workers. Give us a call, 513-863-1111, and let us put the power of locally owned and operated 1450 WMOH Radio go to work for you.
This is your ticket to high school sports. WMOH, Hamilton, Fairfield, Westchester, Cincinnati. 1450 The Ticket.
Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. It is another jolt for the tenuous U.S.-Iran ceasefire. The U.S. and Iran have exchanged fire again. At the same time, Israeli forces have moved deeper into Lebanon, more far into Lebanon than they've been in at least 25 years, going after Iranian proxy Hezbollah. Amid all of the uncertainty, President Trump insists that everything is going to work out in the end. He says that Iran really wants to make a deal.
The president says such a deal would be a good one for Washington and its allies. However, Mr. Trump also says it was tougher to negotiate with Iran amid all the political commentary surrounding the conflict. His post on social media comes only hours after the U.S. military says it struck Iranian military sites. Mr. Trump's remarks also come after Iran's Revolutionary Guards said they targeted a U.S. base in response.
Correspondent Andrew Stewart. Backed by Britain, the French Navy has intercepted another Russia-linked oil tanker that's under international sanctions. Steps have been taken to address violent demonstrations at a site in New Jersey's largest city.
There's now a curfew around Delaney Hall, an immigration detention center in Newark, New Jersey, where clashes have happened between protesters and federal agents, including ICE, that's now drawing in local and state police. Governor Mikey Sherrill describes one over the weekend where she says 3 protesters were arrested.
They threw projectiles, they used barriers as weapons, and lit tires on fire in the streets.
Those comments courtesy WABC. Newark Mayor Roz Baraka imposing a curfew from 9 p.m. until 6 a.m. around Delaney Hall. I'm Julie Walker.
You can forget the musical acts. President Trump says he is going to headline the Great American State Fair celebration of the country's 250th anniversary later this month on the National Mall. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new break you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really helped me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-499-5331. 800-499-5331. 800-499-5331.
1450 WMOH News. I'm Steve Vaughn. A 27-year-old man was being treated for non-life-threatening injuries after a shooting on the 6800 block of Lakota Point Lane. The victim taken to UC Westchester for a gunshot wound to the leg. The shooter fled in a vehicle. A Fairfield Township man was scheduled to be sentenced today. 41-year-old Brandon Bailey admitted to causing a triple fatality crash on River Road that killed a family of 3, including a 10-year-old boy back in December. North 2nd Street in downtown Hamilton will now be known as Honorary Mayor Don Ryan Way.
I enjoyed being the mayor. I enjoyed being on city council. Something I always dreamed about, and it worked out, and we accomplished a lot.
Ryan during ceremonies at Markham Park over the weekend. Gas Buddy says the average price of regular unleaded dropped 45 cents in Greater Cincinnati over the past week. I'm Steve Vaughn.
Are you a big fan of billiards, fun, and cold drinks? Formerly Tailgaters, the Rack Room on the west side of Hamilton has a friendly and entertaining staff and large drink selections too. Under new ownership, at the Rack Room, you can play pool, some darts, and enjoy your favorite drinks. On Saturday nights, you'll enjoy a DJ spinning your favorite tunes along with karaoke performances, billiards tournament play, your favorite sports on TV, and so much more. Stop into the Rack Room on Millville Avenue at Ohio Avenue on the west side of Hamilton. Rack 'em up at the Rack Room.
Did you know that driving under the influence of marijuana is illegal? Driving high will get you a DUI. And if you're wondering if law enforcement can tell you're driving high, well, everyone else can. Friends?
I can tell you drove high.
Parents?
I can tell when you drive high.
Relatives? I can tell. You drove here high, didn't you? So what makes you think law enforcement can't?
I can tell.
If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
Lock up your doors, turn your radios up. We got a big game here on 1450 The Ticket.
This is your ticket to high school football, basketball, and baseball.
Down the sideline. Yes! Touchdown! Hudson High.
Tyson, pull up three.
Hello.
Got it. That was from college range, not high school.
Runner is on the way.
Oh, my goodness.
He is out from here to there.
Your ticket to high school sports.
This is the ticket you want to have.
WMOH 1450 The Ticket.
From the WMOH Weather Center. This afternoon will bring us mostly cloudy skies. Can't rule out a sprinkle or two with a high near 76. Cloudy early tonight, then gradually becoming clear with a low near 53. Sunny on Tuesday with a high 76. Tuesday night clear with a low 52. Sunny on Wednesday with a high 79. Clear Wednesday night with a low 55. And sunny on Thursday with your high 82.
WMOH 1450 The Ticket.
The Chad Benson Show.
Iran has said we're done as far as negotiation goes with the United States over Lebanon. Lebanon being the thing. So what took place is over the last umpteen days, there's been battles going on between Israel and Hezbollah. Israel is vowing to expand into Lebanon. They're the furthest they've been in almost 3 decades. Their president came out. He is apoplectic and absolutely pissed about the situation. This is not going well at all. Oil is up today. Look, we've talked about it. Trump speaks, oil moves, buy the rumor, sell the fact. What does that mean? If the rumor is we're going to get a deal done, it's going to move oil in a certain direction. If the rumor is that there's no deal in sight, oil's going to move back. Those are people who are trying to settle positions. That's not really where oil's at. I will tell you, I think oil's closer to probably 120-ish to 140, depending on, what's available and on a boat. What is somebody willing to pay for it? I don't know. But I know it's well over $95 to $100 right now. That's the physical. What you're seeing are contracts. Contracts are different than the physical. Why this matters today is not only did they come out and say what's going on in Lebanon, they want Israel to pull all the way back, and that includes stopping attacks in Gaza, of which they now have 70% of Gaza. Netanyahu, for his part, has said, we're going to keep doing it. Why? Because he doesn't want what may be coming, which is something that he isn't going to like. A deal that may not be everything he's hoping it's going to be. Ben-Gvir last week came out, right? Arguably the most powerful man within the borders of Israel. He came out and said, nope, no deals. So while all of this is going on, and this is one thing where there's a disadvantage for Trump, and that is, what are you going to say to Bibi if he doesn't like any of the things you're offering? What are you going to say? Are you going to say no? No, we're done? Do you have the cojones to do that? We asked last week, does he have the cojones to do that? That I don't know. And if he does do it, is there a worry that maybe there is something out there that could maybe hurt him? If you know what I mean. We've talked about it with the Epstein files, many other things. So is that all a possibility?